Williams to George. Off glass, and welcome to the family, Paul George.
That was a nice play right.
David Griffin. Forget the players. The new front office, he is going to be terrific. Hey, Paul George bouncing into defenders, lays it in, counted on a foul.
Very nice drawn up play. Comes off a pin down and attacks that young fella for the and one. He's going to be a very, very good young player.
George deep into the paint, deep into the well. What rust. Paul George. George curling off a screen, flings a three and knocks it in. 10 quick ones for Paul George. Niccolo Milli out there for the Pelicans as Zubats attacks the other one. Doc made mention this. He's only had one practice since April.
And that's how the game is for him. It's very easy. Look at him right there. Nice drawn up play out of the timeout.
Really no Kawhi Leonard, both expected back to the lineup on Saturday. Here is George knifing his way to the rim and lays it in. George. Mid-range shot is good. At Smoothie King Center, down by just 9. They've trailed by as many as 14. George with time and space says, thank you very much, and knocks down his second throw. George is great and continues to be. He has 21 in his Clipper debut. How about 23, Mr. Big Shot? Clippers by 1. Their cash cow, Paul George, finds Montrezl. Oh! Twisting and turning and laying it in. Montrezl Harrell with 16. Accelerates down the lane. Hands it off to Harkless in traffic, and he lays it in, and the Clippers regain a 1-point lead.
Defensively, Mo Harkless, and then what does Paul George do? Reward that good defender for his efforts on the other end.
Lou Williams, by the way, with 29. There's the stop you want. Clippers off and running. George behind the defense to the rim with the right hand and lays it in. 4-point game. 2-possession lead for the Pelicans. George tries to cut it down to 1 and does!
Corner, I mean, it's just a tough play. Big time play right here by Paul George. Making a big time shot.
Los Angeles. 2-man game with George and Zoo. Paul George off the window and knocks it. A multitasking line for him. 5 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. George creates space and then knocks down the three, and the Clippers lead by a dozen. 7 10-point leads this season. They've won every one of those games.
And there they go again. Nice deflection right there.
And the pull-up from downtown for Paul George. He is not disappointed. 13 for number 13.
But you look at the defense, and I said it. Rodney McGruder challenging him. Nice deflection. There's a very good defensive unit on the floor. Everybody flattens out right there, and that's a nice pull-up, which made it look, really obvious, but he's picked it up to his credit.
George with the step away knocks it in. If you're not counting at home, I'll do it for you. He has 15 points. And Jones, did he miss that shot?
I just love the pace. I love the pace that the Clippers are playing with right now. That allows you to get those kind of open shots. You running a play that hasn't been run all game, or even if it is a play that you've been running. Fortunate play right there. Nice finish right there by Montrezl.
Hawks are 7 of 12 in this second quarter. Clippers just 1 for 8. Quick move for Trez at the cup. Oh, a seismic slam, and he shakes the Southland.
And I like how he didn't waste any time right there.
George, the drive, the dish. 2-man game with Man for the corner three. He loved it the second it left his hand.
Here, did a good job. Nice pump fake. This is textbook basketball. You got Paul George wide open. You're a hot player.
Assist to Trae Young. The actual assist goes to Len. Clippers lead cut down to 11. George got it again. His third, make it his 4th three of the half.
He will fire from anywhere, as you just seen.
Lead trimmed into single digits. Paul George spots an entry to the rim, hit hard, counted and a foul, and send him to the line.
Bang. You need to get fouled really hard just to know, you know what? My shoulder's feeling just fine. Nice play by Paul George.
So Chauncey in 39 minutes. Overhearing Lou Williams and Doc Rivers talk as Paul George gets the pass and cans a three. 31 for Paul George.
And here he's going to have to keep this up.
But this is who he was all of last year. Counted on a foul and send him back to the line.
Put him in any action. You can isolate him. You look at him right here coming off of a high.
It's the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George is out there. He's only played 18 minutes. Flings a three. He has 6 threes tonight. Probably another month or so with a suspension. Oh no. Paul George, make us proud. Bounces off the backboard. Oh, Montrezl Harrell does the rest.
They're saying defense to offense, Clipper fans. That's what you're going to see all year long.